So we're going to talk about probably just two more positives here, and then we'll get on out of here. Or then we'll talk about the draft real quick, then we'll get on out of here. All right, so we're going to talk about Jalen Brunson here in the Knicks. Jalen Brunson has done a magnificent job at crafting the team in, I'm gonna say, in his image over the course of this season. You know what I'm saying? This Knicks team has seen a couple of different renditions to it. You know what I'm saying? We had Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson in the beginning. They, you know what I'm saying, we have RJ and we have Quickly, and then they're that team. Then they do the OG trade, and they're basically they look unbeatable from that point on. Once they trade for OG, you know what I'm saying, they're just like they become this super strong, super stocky defensive team. Who has a superstar point guard in Jalen Brunson, who's playing out of his mind, and then Julius Randle goes down, and they're dealing with injuries, up and down. OG is in and out, but the one consistent remains is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson put up MVP numbers over the course of the season. Not just All NBA, not just All Star, MVP quality numbers. So for the season, Jalen Brunson averaged 28, 7 on 48% shooting from the field and 40% from three. Right? But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about his last 3 months. So the last 3 months that have been when Julius Randle has been out, they've been injured. You know what I'm saying? The team has really been relying on him, and it really has not had anybody to really take that defensive attention off of him. Like they had a couple moments from Dante DiVincenzo. When OG's there, he's an offensive threat. But you know what I'm saying? They traded away RJ Barrett, who's somebody who can score a bucket for himself. They have Alec Burks, who can, who's a lot of catch and shoot. Bogdan's a lot of catch and shoot. So really, it would just relied on Jalen Brunson being able to lead this team. And this is what he did over the course of the last 3 months. So in February, he gave you 32 points per game, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 40% from the field. And in March, he gives you 31 points per game, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 48% from the field, 37% from three. And then in April, he gives you 36 points per game, 9 assists per game, 4 rebounds per game, 49% from the field, 41% from three. Over the course of the season, he had 36 30-point games, which tied him with Richie Guerin and Patrick Ewing for the most 30-point games in a season in Knicks history. He also tied for the second most 40-point games with 11. He, without a doubt, put the team and crafted the team in his image, and now they just play perfect complementary basketball that fits around their best player, that is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a guy who likes to get into the mid post and hit his mid-range jump shot. He's an excellent with floaters, and he's also done a great job of becoming a fantastic playmaker. Right? He's able to get easy shots for Deuce McBride, and easy shots for OG, easy shots for Hartenstein, easy shots for those guys around him. And then you look at his Villanova buddies. You got Dante DiVincenzo. He comes in and he gives you 16 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 44% from the field on 40% three-point shooting on 9 attempts. So he's shooting a lot of threes, but he's knocking them shits down. Josh Hart comes in, he gives you 9 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 43% from the field, and 31% from three. And then OG Anunoby, he dealt with injuries after coming over from the Raptors and everything. But when he does play, they're 20-3 when he plays. So when OG's in the lineup, the Knicks are virtually an unbeatable team. He's giving you 14 points per game, 4 assists, 2 steals on 46% from the floor and 39% from three. Like, this Knicks team is dangerous. This Knicks team is actually very, very scary for in these NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They're a team that defends very, very well, and they also have an offense that fits for playoff basketball because they play inside out. They don't play inside. They don't play outside in. They play inside out. They want Jalen Brunson to be able to get into that lane and knock down floaters and get mid-range jump shots. They want Josh Hart to drive to the rim and get layups. They want Dante DiVincenzo they want all that to open up shots for Dante DiVincenzo. They want OG Anunoby to be able to just bang down there in the paint and just, you know what I'm saying, make people feel his presence, because OG's a big strong body. Like they want that, and they play that role so amazingly well. I think that when you look at this team and who they're going to be matching up with in the first round of the playoffs, you can definitely see a path for them to make the conference finals and match up against the Boston Celtics. I without a doubt can. Now, they are going to have a very tough matchup, a very, 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 very tough matchup with the 76ers in round one. But I really just, and that could change. That could be Miami. If it's Miami, I feel a little bit better. But even so, whoever they get in that 7 seed, there's gonna be a dogfight. But if they're able to overcome that, I think that without a doubt in my mind, the Knicks can defeat either the Bucks or the Pacers in round two. And then we're looking at the Knicks being in the conference finals for the first time, I think, in my entire life. So just crazy, man. I'm hyped for Jalen Brown. I keep calling him Jalen Brown. I'm hyped for Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who's grown up in New York my entire life, I'm not a Knicks fan by any means. I will always be a fan of the teams that are where I'm from. So the Knicks, if they made the conference finals this year, I can't afford to go to the Garden, but I will be on TV cheering like a motherfucker. I bet you I do. All right, man. And then